Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast. I am your host, author Nikki Nicole. Here I believe in winning together and creating a safe, supportive space for people to share their stories and start their healing journey. My passion is to help people confront hidden battles, embrace their truths, and take steps towards a more fulfilling life. Every episode is designed to break the silence on topics that often go unspoken, leading to conversations that uplift, inspire, and transform. Join me as we break the barriers and find strength through shared experiences, one story at a time. Hey everyone, welcome to another powerful episode of Breaking the Silence. I am your host, author Nikki Nicole, and this is the platform where the light shines on incredible people who are doing great things and making a difference in the world. Together, we will uncover untold stories, break barriers, and challenge the norms to inspire change. So let's get ready to be inspired, learn, and join this movement as we break the silence on issues that matter and bring awareness to people that are doing great things in the world. So, let's dive into today's episode. Today's guest is Mr. Robert Day, better known as Sweaty Hands. He is a comedian, veteran, and a cancer advocate. He has been making people laugh, y'all, for over 2 decades, alongside legends such as Eddie Griffin. I know, right? Beyond the laughs, he is an advocate who raises funds for breast cancer and awareness for Veterans Day. So, after his countdown, please welcome this amazing guy to the Breaking the Silence platform. How you doing?
Here we go. I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thank you so much for being a guest on my platform. I'm excited about having this conversation with you today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about yourself that I haven't already said already.
I'm a family man. I got grandchildren. I love living, love life. I enjoy making people laugh. There's nothing I like more. Pretty much it. I'm pretty simple.
Simple. So how did you and Mike meet? When did you realize that comedy was your calling?
Found out by accident. Never knew it. Never tried to be a comedian. Didn't think nothing like it. Went to a open mic with a friend, and the people was terrible. And I started heckling them and cutting them up. And then after that, the following week, my friend signed me up on the list. And I didn't know it. I'm like, the next comedian coming to the stage. I'm like, he better be funny. I'm going to get him. And they called my name. And since you think it's so easy. And I went up there and I killed it. And a week later, they asked me to open up for Cedric the Entertainer and Earthquake. And that was it. I was gone after that.
Wow. Just like that, huh?
Okay, it was just like that.
Wow. So now I'm a tread lightly on this question because I was watching one of your videos and you was like, somebody asked you why your name was Sweaty Hands. And you was like, what you mean? That's asking a crazy question. But I'm going to ask you the story behind that name and see what answer I get.
Well, my hands sweat, like I said. So people be asking, like I couldn't think of no other name. All the names out here could have been Pimp Daddy somebody, Little this, Big somebody. And I said, but really how it came about, it was a warning. Because after I would do a show, people were like, man, you funny. You know how everybody want to dap up and shake your hand. You don't sit on your hands. You just come from the bathroom. So I said, I better put a warning out. So then I just changed my name to Sweaty Hands. And then I did a show with Michael Collier. He's like, oh, they don't like this stuff in the Kool-Aid and hamburger. And I was like, I ain't no food or drink. It's a warning. So I went on before him, killed the show. After that, we shook hands. He's like, oh, get everything I just said. Your name Sweaty Hands. Like, oh my God. And I mean, they'll drip a puddle. They'll drip a
And,
puddle. They'll get the water going.
and you've been running with us ever since. Wow.
And running ever since. And it's a good warning. Everybody still acts probably like, man, your hands really do sweat. Why you think that they call me sweaty hands? I mean, kind of dumb to
So,
think you're going to get some dry hands.
right. So from your first open mic, Debbie, to performing with legends like Eddie Griffin, how did it feel to have those experiences?
For the way it happened, it was just great because I didn't ever know it was going to happen and think it was going to happen. And meeting the people, I was like, wow, I'm really up here with these people. And all I did was, acting silly, and I didn't know how much they got paid. Well, you can't get paid for acting silly. Then I seen how much money they make. Like, hold on, let me take this serious. And I was talking to Cedric Entertainer, like, man, now you need to think about doing this full time, man, because you got it, you got it. I'm like, okay. So I sent the tape into Def Jam, sent the tape into BT, got selected for both, and been doing comedy ever since.
So if you performing for over 2.5 decades, how do
Yep.
you think the approach to comedy has evolved over the years, and how do you keep, your material so fresh?
It didn't it really changed here, I think maybe in the last 10 years when the sensitive generation, I don't know if they X, 9, 12, whatever all these labels and titles are, but that generation, you can't say nothing about nobody because they sensitive. And that's when the cancel culture came and all that. And then also social media came and a lot of people start blowing up off of that platform. So it has definitely changed. But I try to
Yes.
stay relevant, talk about what's happening today. I'm writing, new material right now because we got the big orange chief in charge going on. So gotta discuss that. I mean, that's the elephant in the room. You gotta talk about that dude.
Got to. You got to, man. So being on
Yeah.
stages like with, BET Coast to Coast and Def Comedy Jam, being a huge accomplishment for you. What was it like stepping onto those stages like for the first time? Was you comfortable? Was you scared? No.
Scary, nervous, excited, happy. The first time, and then work was a bomb because I'd never been out of town, and I was telling all the jokes like I was in town, and they didn't have the stuff that was in my city where I was at. So I was like, talking about grocery store, like they don't have it there. I'm like, why they ain't laughing at that? Because we don't have it here. So they didn't get the jokes. So then again, Cedric pulled me to the side, like, you too funny, too fast. You gotta learn the game. You gotta go to that city and find out what's the name of their grocery stores. He said, you flip
Mm.
that, you got it. So after that, when I went on Comic View, I got in town, researched, and flipped it. Then it was all good. It was all good after that. Then I have a good sense after that. I mean,
So
so
you
just
have to do your
information you
research.
learn.
Okay, so that means you have to do your research and anything that you do to be better. Wow. Now that was interesting. You have to
Well,
go to the city.
the best advice that I got came from Robert Johnson, who at the time was the owner of BT, and he would say he had us in the room, and he was like, "Y'all know what y'all here for?" And we was like, "Yeah, we here to make people laugh." Like, no, that's gonna make you fail. You are here to have fun. Because if you have fun, then the people will, gravitate to your personality and you'll be yourself and then everybody will laugh with you. But if you came to make them laugh and then they don't laugh, you're gonna rush to tell the next joke, and then your time is gonna be off, then you're gonna bomb, it's gonna be all messed up. He said, so have fun. And after that, now when I get on stage, I have fun. So that was really the best advice and formula, period. So any comedians out there, just have fun, man. Just have fun with it. Don't try to make the people laugh. Just have fun.
I agree. I agree.
And I'm having fun
So
talking about the orange dude in charge.
Lord, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. So how do you handle the pressures of constantly, needing to be funny and while also navigating the complexities of the industry in itself and the demands?
I think again, it's going back to just having fun. don't get into competition. Well, some comedians try to compete with each other or try to out funny each other. I don't do none of that. I just be me. And if it's your night, it's your night. And but for the most part, I just go have fun, do me. It's different because, like I said, with my hands, that's always the question gonna be brought up. It's always gonna be a subject they gonna talk about. A lot of the hosts roast me to get up there like, oh man, he just shorted out the microphone and his hands smell like mildew, and they roast me. We go back and forth. It's all again having fun, just enjoying it.
Oh man, now he done blew out the mic. I love it. So with you being a
Yeah.
veteran in the comedy scene, what do you think is the future of stand-up comedy? Comedy is different from now and back then. It was just different to me watching shows now. Especially with, like you said, social
Yeah.
media and these digital platforms. And getting on these trends. So where do you see the future for stand-up comedy?
I really don't know what the future is. 'Cause, like right now, they have, they trying it with all the reality shows that ain't really reality. They scripted and they just trying to do that. Right now, they look at whoever got the most followers, and that don't always mean butts in the seat. There's a lot of people sitting home on a cubicle or a computer. Them people ain't gonna come out of their space and come to the show. But they could just finding your footage. I'm hoping that they go back to the old days when we could just talk about whatever and make fun of it ourselves, other people, life, and just enjoy it. Because Richard Pryor was good. They just
Yeah,
talk about just real life, and it was funny what he was saying, but it was the truth. Red Fox, all them.
right. That's exactly that
So now
authentic
they taking the
comedy.
fun out of it. You taking the fun out when you can only talk about this. You can only talk about cups. You can only talk about houses. I'm like, what's funny about that?
Exactly. Exactly. Wow, I didn't know they was doing it like that, making you, have a certain standard, in
Well, they
comedy
they
now.
they, they trying to push that point, but we fighting back. We really do us, and if you don't book us again, you don't. But it's more fun when you let us be us and just come with natural. But they like, don't talk about this because these people are the alphabet people and all. I'm like, we can talk about them. We talk about everybody. They talk about Jesus. We can talk about everybody. You pretty much should be open at that point.
Okay, I agree. I agree. So now I'm here to ask you some out of the box questions to make you think.
Okay.
So if you can swap lives with any comedian, past or present, for just one day, who would you choose, and what do you think differently? What do you think would be differently, being in their shoes, and how would you make the most of that experience?
Mm.
It's a lot of good ones out there too.
Out of the box on this one. Um, I don't know where I would switch lives. Maybe Bernie Mac. I never got to meet Bernie, but I heard so many wonderful things. And his story is great. The ending was great, other than his demise, but everything else was great. Uh, Richard Pryor,
Yeah,
because everybody loves Richard Pryor. I mean, that's a good question. I never thought about swapping and wanting to be. I never wanted to be nobody else, so maybe
right.
that's part of it.
Love it. So if you could create a comedy time capsule to be open in, say, 100 years from now, what would you include to represent your comedic legacy? And how would you want the future generations to interpret it?
I would include definitely my hands because that is like a trademark mark thing. The hands got to be involved. That's just me. But enjoy life, and wherever you land in comedy. I mean, hell, everybody's not going to be a household name. That don't mean you're not funny. And that's a
Right.
lot of people. Everybody is chasing at that. And we find out now that a lot of the Hollywood stuff come with some consequences. So
Yes.
who's willing to do what, and everybody ain't willing to do whatever to be successful.
Right. I agree. I agree. So how do you stay motivated? I want to ask this question real quick. How do you stay motivated and grounded, to say, I'm still gonna do this. I love what I'm doing. And how do you stay in it? Because everybody in no matter what career that you're in, you're gonna go through something, some challenges. So how do you stay grounded and motivated to keep going as a comedian?
It's hard, but other people won't let you quit because sometimes you get tired. Like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do it like that. No, you got to keep going. You got to do that, or you'll have a show and people will come and tell you, no, I just lost my daughter, or my son got killed in gun violence and I wasn't gonna come out. But then when I heard your show, I laughed so hard, and I just feel like I can now, I can do this and I can make it through because you had me laughing, and that makes you want to do it for the other people.
Right.
That what
Right.
the happiness you bring to them and whatever they're going through, because we know we always going through something.
Yes. Yes. We always going through something. So the next out of the box question:
Mm-hmm.
if your career in comedy was turned into a board game,
A
what would the
board game.
rules?
Okay.
Yeah. What would the rules be, and what kind of challenges or rewards would the players experience as they try to make it in the comedy world?
Again, the rules would be just have fun. Then the risk and rewards would be like, okay, if you don't make it, don't stop. Keep playing the game. Because at the end, there'll be great rewards. There'll be a lot of funds, a lot of bookings, a lot of success, and you'll meet a lot of great people. And just, it'll be a great life. But don't quit just because you rolled the dice and they didn't land where you wanted to land and get you where you wanted to be. Keep rolling. You'll get there.
I love it. I love it. So we're down to our last question.
All righty.
So if you could leave behind a piece of comedic, I know what you're gonna say when I ask you this question already. Comedic advice or wisdom that would be passed down from generation to generation, what would that be? And how
And
would you want it to impact the future comedians?
I would pass this same advice that I got because that was the best advice for me. If you were up there and you were just having fun, you would just lose. You're the person at the job that's at the water cooler. You're the person at the family reunion that's acting crazy, like Unc, you crazy, nephew, you crazy. You are that person. So if you just have fun, that'll be you. But when you try to be somebody else or try to do something, I've seen comedians do that. They try to imitate Bernie Mac or Eddie Murphy or imitate somebody. Just do you. And that's the you that the people will gravitate to. And that'll be the best thing for you. Be yourself.
Exactly. But people around here being everybody else but themselves, and that's the problem.
Exactly. With all the fake hair, eyelashes, BBLs, don't people don't want to be themselves. Now they got men wearing hair pieces and stuff. I ain't knocking it if you bald. I mean, I got hair, so people, I don't know. I ain't never been bald. Maybe I would get a wig and try to look different. But since I got hair, I mean,
It's
I don't
funny
know.
thought maybe I give it a wig to look different.
It might be gray, but I got it.
Exactly, exactly. So now we're down to the 30 seconds of fame. This is your moment to shine. Tell everybody what's coming up for you in the year 2025 if you want to share, and let them know how to follow your journey as a comedian as well. So I'm gonna do your countdown.
I
After the
got it.
countdown, you're gonna be on the platform by yourself. All right.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I got some shows coming up. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where they at until I look at my calendar. But if anybody want to follow me on social media, it's Sweaty Hands One on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, Mars, Uno, Elemental P. It's just Sweaty Hands Ones on all platform. Got some plays going on. Some movie scenes, just everything, and just doing 2025 and see where it lands. And thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you so much for being a guest today. I'm excited about the moves that you're gonna make. You listen, you got on the stage, you said it came naturally. And next thing you know, you was getting booked and busy. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I didn't have a struggle like a lot of people say they had to do this and open mic. I never did open mic. I did it, and then after that, the people saw me and it picked up and it took off. So I'm blessed.
Well, thank you so much for coming to be a guest. We locked in now. If I'm in it to win it with you. So if there's anything you want me to advertise on my end, please let me know.
Definitely. I will definitely be in touch and let you know.
All right. And thank you so much to the audience out there that's tuning into this amazing episode with Sweaty Hands. Yes. We hope that you have enjoyed hearing about Robert Sweaty Hands Day's incredible journey from he said he never did open mic. So he's just comedy legend, straight to comedy legend. His laughter is truly contagious, and we're grateful for the chance to share this story with you today. So remember, laughter brings us together, and Mr. Robert's humor is the kind that stays with you. So don't forget to show support for his charitable efforts in breast cancer awareness and Veterans Day. And stay tuned, stay laughing, and stay inspired. See you next time.
Y'all show some love for the next comedian coming up. Very funny. All over Indiana, Indianapolis. Give it to my man, Sweaty Hands. Give it to him.
What's up? What's up? Sit on down. Sit on down. What's up, New Orleans? Like he said, my name is Sweaty Hands. You know, people be asking you stupid questions. Hey, Robert, why they call you Sweaty Hands? I don't know. Why do they call big people biggie? Why they call short people shorty? My hands sweat. Can you figure this out? Then they ask you something else stupid like, why your hands?
Thanks for watching another episode of Breaking the Silence. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.